Okay. All right. I got you. Come on. I'm there. No. Bruh. I'm there. I'm there. Come on. Oh my goodness. Gosh. Come on, man. I'm there, yo. Bruh. It's just so lame, man. Like how are you supposed to stop that jump, bro? Like that jump is so stupid, man. I can't stand this game. Like I wish there was like a video to help me out with that jump. Like how do you even stop that jump? That jump's so freaking lame.
Has this ever happened to you? Trying to play the game legit, but your opponent keeps cheesing you? Subscribe to Mr. That Guy so it won't happen again.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. That Guy, the most adaptable NBA 2K player, broadcasting live. How y'all doing today? So in this video, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to do this more podcast style because a lot of this is really philosophical, and what, like, as far as the technical aspects of actually doing stuff, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. So I didn't feel the need that I really needed to, you know, show you guys this point for point how to do certain things. Plus, I've had a lot of like straining days at work these past like 4 or 5 days, so I'm actually kind of tired. So I just want to make this kind of as easy as possible on me. So please forgive me for my selfishness, but I'm gonna try to make this a good tutorial for you guys. I'm gonna teach you guys how to stop inbound steals. Okay, so basically, you know, inbound stealing is like, you know, when you're trying to pass the ball in, either after a timeout, after a made basket, after a dead ball, you know, you're trying to pass the ball in from out of bounds to your teammate, and the defender that, you know, that jumps in front of you and steals the pass, gets an easy layup or dunk, or passes it out for a 3 or what have you, you know. And I'm going to show you guys how to stop that in 4 easy steps. Now, before we start, I want you guys to imagine, okay? Imagine that, you know, you're about to inbound the ball, and the dude that steps in front of you and steals the ball gets a made dunk, okay? And then you try to pass the ball in again, but he steals it again from you and gets another dunk, okay? And now you're like, okay, what do I do to stop this? So, number 1, stay calm, okay? Or become calm, because you need to calm down your button mashing. You need to calm down your mind. You need to stop rushing. You need to chill out for a second, okay? And because this really moves into my next point, okay, which is point number 2. Stop pressing the X or A button, depending on what console you're playing on. Okay, stop pressing that so much to speed up that cutscene animation. You know, after like a made basket, it's like a slight cutscene. You want to click through it, kind of like how a lot of times, like I like to click through free throws. If you watch my gameplay, I just click X until that animation is over, or that little cutscene thing, so I can just move on with the game. A lot of time, you know, because you know we're pretty competitive when we're playing 2K. You know, probably a lot of my viewers are, because they like, if they're watching like, you know, rank match and stuff like that, that's what it's all about, being competitive. So as a competitor, if somebody like hits a nice shot on you or dunks on you or something, you want to go back at them as fast as possible and be like, okay, now I'm about to show you what I can do. All right. So you're just, okay, yeah, after the made basket, you're just like, okay, tap X, tap X, tap X, tap X, tap X, like 20 times, right? Just to pass the ball in as quickly as possible. But when you do that, you have to understand, sometimes 2K has what's called like button lag. Okay, and so when that happens, you're pressing X, right? But it doesn't immediately pass the ball, okay? Like you want to. So you're moving in such a way, all right, like with your player, right? Trying to, like, you know, lead him up the court. But, you know, the ball doesn't come out until, like, you know, maybe like 2.5 or 3 seconds later. And then the defender has enough time to jump that route and steal the ball from you. So you have to stop pressing that X button so much. It goes back to the first point of calming down. You want to chill out a little bit, okay? After that made basket, you see that defender kind of lurking down there looking for that inbound steal. You want to calm down, all right? You want to slow down, okay? Slow down your button mashing. Be very deliberate in your movements, okay? And that actually brings us to point number 3. Bring your player closer to the inbounder, okay? So just think about in real life, right? Is it easier to throw, let's say, a 20-foot pass or a 3-foot pass? I'll let you guys decide that in the comments. But most of you would probably say a 3-foot pass because you can pass that very accurately. All right, so the same is with, the game and the inbounds, okay? What you want to do is move your player closer, like the person you got running around out there, trying to shake that defender. Move him as close to the inbounder as possible so that there is little room for error. And really, you want to get your offensive player between, like, you don't want the defensive player between you and the ball, like you and the inbounder at all. You want to get in front of that defender so that there's no obstruction. There's no way that he can get to the ball. Okay, that's point number 3. Okay, and these all tie into each other. Okay, and you can do this by remaining calm and observing the action that's going on. And you can juke them out. You can think, oh, I'm going this way, I'm going the other way, I'm going this way, I'm going the other way. All right, so yeah, that's another thing you can do. All right, so point number 4, switch offensive players. Sometimes, like your X button, like your point guard, you're usually down there trying to get the ball. But a lot of times your shooting guard, your small forward, depending on like their skill set and stuff, will be down there as well. And most of the time it's like one guy like defending the inbound, like on like a made shot or something like that, so they can easily try and get it steal with that person. And usually they cover like one or the other. Like usually like let's say like your point guard be on the right side of the floor, your shooting guard or your other primary ball handler or secondary ball handler, will be on the left side. So a lot of time they'll kind of hover around the person you're clicked on. Let's say you're clicking on your point guard, they're kind of hovering around you. That means them being like that defensive person. They're hovering around there trying to get that inbound steal. You want to just kind of maybe like, run and juke them a little bit, and then just switch to the other player because he's not going to have enough like time to recover all the way back to that player and get an inbound steal. Now, of course, granted, there are some exceptions to this, but for the most part, this is a very safe thing to do. All right. But like I said, it all comes back to that number 1, remaining calm. Okay. You got to calm down, observe the situation, and act accordingly. Okay. Very important. Now, the 5th and final thing I want to tell you guys about how to stop this inbound, steal cheese. And you know what? I can't even call it cheese. Well, I can call it cheese, but you know what? I do it myself because it's very effective and it can help you come back, okay? But to everything in 2K, there is a countermeasure for it, okay? So this is number 5, how to stop the inbound cheese. Call a timeout. Yes, I know. Call a timeout. It sounds simple. You're like, what? Okay, but look, check this out. When you call that timeout, right? It resets the defenders, past the half court line, okay? So they're not up on you pressuring the inbounder, okay? Especially if you're taking it out like from the baseline. Now, if you're taking it out from the sideline, that's a little bit different. But like if you're taking it out from the sideline, you want to really employ, steps like 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? More so. But with the taking out on the baseline, you want to apply all 5 of these. Okay, now granted, depending on what quarter you're in and whatnot, you can advance the ball 3/4 court, or you can advance it to half court, in the last 2 minutes of the game. So that's gonna, at that point, you're gonna want to employ, like I said, steps 1 through 4. Staying calm, not pressing the X or A button, aka the pass button, okay, too many times. Bringing your player close to the inbound as possible to make making sure your offensive player is not obstructed by the defensive player. You want to make sure there's nobody in between you and the inbounder, okay? And then so that's the thing, right? So when you call that timeout, like I said, you'll just say you had that dude, like you had like your like their centers like hovering around trying to get that, you know, inbound steal while you just can't shake them. Just call a timeout. And then when you come back, right, like in certain situations they won't allow you to advance the ball. So let's say this just repeats like where you were just at. You're on the baseline and now you're all by yourself, scot free, baby. You can just run away, you know, you just run around free, nobody's down there. And by the time they get down there, you know, since they're all the way past the half court line now, you're gonna have been, you know, passed that ball in safely, and now you're going up the court, you know, to initiate your offense. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Let me know if you've ever been affected by inbound cheese. It's happened to me before, and I've done it to people before. So I mean, but like I said, in 2K, there are always, you know, there's always a counter. You know, it may take you a while to find that counter, but there's always a counter, you know, measure, okay? And that's what this channel is about, yo. Like, if you watch this to the end of the video, tweet me at oh my goodness, at EinsteinIsJock, okay? Link is in the description. And tweet me #BecomeAdaptable. You can even do the hashtag in the comment, okay? Become adaptable, because that's what I want you guys to become. I want you guys to become adaptable NBA 2K players, okay? That's what this channel is about. So that's going to conclude the video. If you like this video, make sure you like it and make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be doing more videos like this. Check out the other videos on my channel. You may enjoy those as well. And like I usually say, if life gets you down, get back up. Continue to progress and never give up. Have a great day.